close because he knows he cannot hide. He's never gonna make it. All the poor people he's forsaken. Karma is always gonna chase him for his life.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video. And in this video, it'll be a new what if. This being, what if Naruto had Ultra Instinct? First, I'll establish what Ultra Instinct is. Ultra Instinct is the ability to separate your consciousness from your body, allowing it to move on its own. This ability is an ability that needs both a strong mind and a strong body. Using this technique without a properly trained body would have an incredible toll on the body, possibly ripping it apart. This form gives a user an incredible boost in all fields, such as reaction time and seemingly speed as well. One more thing is, although the consciousness is separated from the body, the person in use can still talk and think, as long as it's nothing to do with their movements. Ultra Instinct Omen. This is defending and dodging without thinking. This form also gives a major boost in all fields. Now that we are done with the explanations, let's get into the video. We start off with Naruto at birth, and Minato sealing the Nine Tails within his son using the Reaper Death Seal. Kushina also dies alongside Minato, and they pass away just like in canon. Naruto would be found by Hiruzen and taken into an orphanage, and in this timeline, Minato and Kushina are dead before Hiruzen gets to them. However, Minato managed to write a note with Naruto's name on it. Therefore, he would still be called Naruto. A common misconception in the original series is that Naruto isn't raised properly by Hiruzen, even though he always spent time with Naruto when he was young, as shown in flashbacks. And he is the only one in the village to actually value Naruto. Continuing on, Naruto is brought up in an orphanage and is constantly depressed, as he is always shunned by everyone, and the third Hokage hasn't spent any time with him in this timeline. Naruto would always spend a lot of his time on the stone faces, or at least looking at them, and he would envy that these people were loved and respected by all. And from this day forward, he would make it his goal to be respected by all, and to do this, he needed to become Hokage. Naruto would then spend around 2 to 3 hours training every single day, even as a child. The sun would start setting, and Naruto would gaze up for a while before deciding that he was going to head back to the orphanage. Naruto would walk through the village, and as usual, the villagers, who were closing their shops, would shout at Naruto and throw things at him. Naruto, at 4 years old, would train every single day, even though he wasn't even in the academy, as now his goal was set in stone. He would constantly be hurt by the villagers and the objects thrown at him. A few weeks would pass and Naruto would be walking through the village deep in thought, when he'd faintly smell something. Naruto decided to follow this scent, and he would stumble upon a shop. He would pull the curtains back slightly and peer into the shop, and would see an old man cooking some ramen. Naruto would look down and open up his wallet and sigh, as he doesn't have enough money due to him moving out of the orphanage. He moved out of the orphanage after begging the third Hokage. The old man would turn around and see Naruto and would say, "Would you like a bowl?" Naruto would look down at his wallet again and say, "I'm sorry, I don't have enough money." The old man would say, "No worries, and this one is on the house." Naruto would smile and take a seat as the man cooked him up a ramen bowl. A few minutes later, a huge bowl of ramen would be placed in front of Naruto, as Naruto would say thank you for the food. The old man would smile and say to Naruto, "What's your name?" Naruto would then say, "I'm Naruto Uzumaki." The man would smile and say, "So Naruto, when you're old enough, please visit our shop again." Naruto would smile and say, "Of course I will." He would then finish off the rest of his ramen and say goodbye. We will now skip a year, and Naruto has started the academy, and due to Naruto never having Hiruzen being kind to him, his psyche is severely damaged, and he is less loud. However, when he sees something he doesn't like, he will say it. Naruto in this timeline is quite a bit stronger in taijutsu, however he hasn't used ninjutsu before. Naruto would still be hated by everyone in his class. However, in this timeline they didn't really have much of a reason, it was just that their parents didn't like him. Naruto would put a little more effort into his classes and would be smarter in this timeline, however not by much. We now skip to the season of winter. Naruto is walking around and sees a group of people pushing around a girl with pale eyes and short black hair. This would be Hinata. Naruto would shout, "Hey, get off of her." These people would say, "Shut up, Naruto." And Naruto would then rush at one and punch one in the face and kick the other before they could even attack him. The two would stand up and the one that didn't get hit would say, "Get him." Naruto would get into a fighting stance and begin fighting with them. He would land a punch on the one he didn't hit, however he would get knocked down by the other two. Naruto would fall to the ground after being beaten by the three, however he did a decent amount of damage to the others. Whilst he's on the floor, he would be continuously hit. And Naruto would think to himself, "Maybe I can't become Hokage. I can't beat these three. Maybe I'm not cut out to be strong." Naruto would relax his body and give up and stop thinking. He had completely lost himself. The bullies would still be attacking Naruto, but then suddenly his body began glowing blue and would begin emitting a lot of heat. The snow around Naruto would begin to melt, and Naruto would stand up and dodge every single punch and kick that was thrown at him. He would then suddenly open his eyes, revealing his new silver eyes. Naruto's blue aura would suddenly expand out and would be so powerful that the others would be blown away. Naruto would stand up and would look at Hinata to see if she was okay, which she was. Naruto would think to himself that he doesn't understand what's happening. His body is reacting by itself. Naruto would walk towards the three, who were shouting, "Let's get him." They begin to rush at him and would begin punching and kicking at him, but Naruto is easily moving out of the way of each attack, so he could be able to access Ultra Instinct without the drawback. Naruto continues to access the Omen Ultra Instinct, and each time his body strengthens. And by the time Naruto is 7 years old, he can use the Omen of Ultra Instinct for 30 seconds, and will be able to stay standing. However, the toll on his body would still be immense. Naruto in this timeline would be able to use the transformation jutsu, however his clone jutsu would still be quite bad. On the contrary, his taijutsu would be on par with Sasuke's, even without Ultra Instinct, maybe even better. He would also be slightly smarter, due to him knowing the dedication needed to become a ninja. And with this, we will end part 1 of What If Naruto Had Ultra Instinct. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing and liking. I'll see you all in the next video.